Hey, it's Angela. Hope you're doing awesome today. I am just going to demonstrate a few things that you can do at home for DIY or however you want to phrase it. Just trying to be healthy and learning different things for your health and well-being. And I don't really show my kitchen because it's not super flattering. So I'll probably be doing most of my videos from the table. Anyway, we're gonna do our electrolyte drink because we ran out of that yesterday. That recipe is from my friends over at Pasture Farms. That's Billy and Michelle. And then I have 3 vinegars started, fruit peel vinegars. These ones, depending on how they turn out, you can use them for hair rinses, for cleaning. But the banana one is supposed to kind of smell like lemon, so I haven't tried that, and I'm excited to see how that goes. And then we're gonna do honey garlic, because we're getting low on that. And you don't really need much. I mean, you can find a lot of things thrifty. When you get started, it can feel overwhelming because of the cost of everything. But you want to look for the cleanest, healthiest options. And then certain things you're gonna need, like these were from a Dollar General store, and you can wash them and reuse them. This actually got at a thrift store, and we have an electrical one I got a long time ago that does grams and ounces used for soap and different whatnot things. And then of course you can find a set of these anywhere. Wooden spoon. When you're making certain things, you need to look up what you're mixing with what, because sometimes it's important to know. So whenever that comes up, I will let you know. You don't want to mix, like if you're making a foot mask, for example, with bentonite clay, you don't want to mix that with stainless steel. You want to mix that with a wooden spoon. It's chemical reactions. So anyway, we're gonna start with the simple vinegar. You can do apple cider vinegar. I have apple cider vinegars. Also, there's lots of uses. You can do a vinegar spray. If you put it in a spray, even with the glycerin, you can do that daily. It helps you lose weight, and it cleans. You can medicinally use it to get rid of acid reflux. I was on pills for a long time, and that was horrible on my body, and God have helped me recover with a couple other modality things that we'll get to later. Here's my garlic bag. So fruit peels. These are peels. You don't always want to, use up your fruits and vegetables for then vinegars, but you can use herbs also. Herbs and peels, you're going to use just slightly more sugar, but typically it's a tablespoon sugar per cup of water. And then for like a half gallon, it'd be like a 1/4 cup sugar, unless it's like a fruit peel, then you would want to up the sugar. Let's see, you can use it also for hair rinses, hair washes. You can put a little bit in your pancake and muffin batters, and that helps the shelf life to, just prolong it. And then it'll also be more moist. And you can also use pits, fruit pits, peels, herbs. I covered that. You're going to want to make sure that you use cane sugar, but you want to use not beet sugar. Regular sugar, white sugar in the store is beet sugar. It's not good for you. Cane sugar, I wish I could go sugar cane. It's really easy, but I don't think we have the best climate for that here in Minnesota. But cane sugar. So what I did is we put the fruit scraps. You probably want about 1/3, depending. You don't want too much really, because also you can only fit so much water in here, and you want to make sure you use clean water. If you have a distiller or spring water, just a good water filter is what's that one called? I don't remember right now, but you have to be careful and get water testers, because we just got one also, like for example, off Amazon. And it comes with a water tester right on it, but it is not good. And the water where I live is not great. They're supposed to be getting a water treatment facility, but now that changed to a few years later. The water outside from the rain was actually cleaner than the water in the house. It was like 500 ppm. And we have a water softener, so we use the salts, and we have the RO machine. So even with both of those, no, not good. And we have filters on the water for the showers, but still don't need to shower that often. And there's also molecular hydrogen. You can put those tablets or the machine in your water, and that's really good for a lot of benefits we'll get to in another point. So we're gonna take our chopstick, and every day we're gonna come here. You can use any kind of jar. I have a bunch of rubber bands somewhere I couldn't find, so I used some clean, fresh, new hair ties. And this one is orange and banana. So we're gonna stir it up, mush it up, down, mush it all around. You're gonna strain it out, so if a little bit looks funny, that's just fine. And you can always use this one for a cleaning vinegar rather than putting in your food if you're gonna be worried about that. So, and then you always want to make sure that you're using a breathable cloth to put over so that the airflow is there. You don't want to, it has to breathe basically. So this is just orange in this one. So again, this has a little extra sugar because it's a peel and not just the fruit. I should have got out, I have some carrot skins too in the freezer and something else, but I didn't do that. We can do that another time, another video. And then I didn't start this super quick, so a little bit of the banana started to get a little dark. But then again, that's okay because I'll already just use this one for a cleaning vinegar, and it'll be just fine. But when in doubt, you can always just throw it out. It's not really like you're wasting much. You can always put the peels in your garden to compost it. Also, so there's another trifecta use: food, vinegar, garden. Okay, so we're gonna stir this every day for 2 weeks, 14 days. And you're gonna wanna see bubbles in 3 to 4 days. What other highlights am I forgetting? Make sure you're using a breathable cloth. Make sure it's fizzy. Fizzing in 3 to 4 days. You can also put a splash of your own starter in it. And then as you make your vinegars, over time, you know, when it's fully done, there'll be a little bit of, I'll get you a sample to show you. So this is just a SCOBY, a natural SCOBY. You can just shake it up and you're good. So if you wanted to, or you could take a different one, like a store-bought one, as long as it's organic, and just do like a shot to get it started, which I didn't do this time, but I have done before. So we'll put that over there. This was done December 23. So then, after you stir it every day for 2 weeks, you're gonna make sure to, it has to sit for at least 3 to 6 weeks. I always do a month at least. So you can let it sit longer if you, depending on what it is and your usage and how busy you are, so you're not gonna hurt anything. So that is that. Now we're gonna, okay, we'll do this next. We're gonna do, okay, the electrolyte. And I'm just gonna start a little hot water. Because you don't want to dissolve this stuff dissolve it. So here we have our food grade Epsom salts, pure magnesium sulfate. This is all clean. This is aluminum free baking soda. Put it in my paint jar. Potassium chloride and Himalayan salt. And then I think this might be okay. This is supposed to be that, but then again, if you can do your own apple juice and cider, that would be better. But you can't always do everything. And just don't worry about it and pray over your food and your supplements, and that really does a lot. So, first of all, the electrolyte measurements are right here. 2 teaspoons potassium chloride. This also helps you to be able to fast when you're fasting. This is a good recipe. I fast about once a month for 3 days. I'm hungry. Okay, hold on a second, honey. Intermittent fasting is really good also. You have big breakfast, big lunch, and then go like 18 hours till the next day. And then 2 teaspoons sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. Aluminum free, which you can probably get hopefully at a local health food store. 1. Or some people talk about Amazon. I don't think it's a great company really. We don't need to get into that right now. There's bad things, but anyway, let's not. That's a whole nother video. And then a teaspoon of the pink salt, sodium chloride. Nice. 1 teaspoon of that. And 1 teaspoon of magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salt. Also really good in your garden, especially around tomatoes. 1 teaspoon of that. And this is for a gallon recipe, so we have the gallon jar container right there. And what I'm going to do now is get a little bit of warm water that is heating up on the stove in the stainless steel pot. You want to use stainless steel, cast iron, or clay. They're the best options, I think the healthiest. And just a little bit to kind of dissolve it. And then I'll pour in some clean distilled water on top of that. So 1 second. Also, you don't want to do too much hot. Okay, just a second. We'll get that going. To start with, now this will be a gallon that will fit in here. I'm going to put some room temperature water in there. I know plastic's not great, but that's what I use in between. Hot water. And we'll dissolve. Stir it up. It'll dissolve eventually anyway, but I like to use a little hotness, but not too much, or we can crack the bottle, the jar, the glass. That would not be good. Put this back. These, if you're not good with math and you don't always want to look at your phone, you can find these at like a dollar store, Dollar General. It goes, it's kind of handy. Magnets. Lots of little cheap things you can do and find. So, stir this up a little bit more. I've tried different juices to add in here. So Some taste better than others. Right now I'm just going to use a plain apple juice. So that will work. I'll make it work. I'm going to add more. I need to order more of these. I'm going to add more apple juice than I did last time because it was not flavorful enough for everybody in the house to actually like. So we're gonna, this is an 8-ounce cup. I'm gonna add at least 2 of these. I know this doesn't have measuring on it, but that's okay. A tiny bit more because I really want to make sure they like it. You can order electrolytes online as well, but of course they're more expensive. And that should be good for that. Stir it up one more time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Salt is good for you. You can also put a little bit of Celtic salt on your tongue, just a little dab every time before you have water. It'll ensure it goes into the right spots of your body, organs that need it the most first. So that'll sit over here and finish dissolving. And then the last thing we're gonna show here today is the honey garlic. So we're gonna just put it in a jar. There's also lots of benefits to onion. It's like a cough syrup, basically. I'll probably stop this after this and then do one more video where I just talk about a few more important things here briefly. Hey, go get your milk in the fridge and finish that, honey. Get your milk. We got fresh milk in the fridge. We don't want to waste from the farm.
But we don't want something else too.
You want something else too? Okay. After we finish this video up, we'll get something else too. Now, I'm going to try to do this right by.
Juice?
I just cut off the tiny bit. You want juice?
Yeah. It tasted a little bit.
It tastes delicious.
How did you drink it all?
No, I put them in our electrolyte mix. So we're going to peel this off now. It's important to know after you get this all peeled, you got to crush it. That's why people crush it. And then before they cook it or saute it, it's because it has allicin in it. It's a chemical that's so good for you. That garlic has amazing benefits, a lot of good things. Help blood flow, circulation, overall health. If you're getting sick for certain things, you can like do onions on your feet at night. Straight up on your feet. If you do garlic though, there's other things that garlic will be good for, but you need to make a compress for that because garlic could give you blisters and that's not good. And then you can use this syrup for just overall health. Some people strain out, so I've learned a lot from different people. Doug and Stacy, Rain Country, Barbara O'Neill, different books. I'll show some books in the next video after we have our lunch or snacks or whatever here. And wow, this feels like it takes longer. See how sticky that is? It's so silly. So silly. We're gonna get all these little skins off. So basically, that's good. Anyway, you can peel, kind of chop it up a little bit or just crush it if your arms are really sore or something. You've been working all day, you could just take a knife or one of these and just poke, make a bunch of little holes so the allicin can get out into the honey. Some people will poke it. I'll probably poke it. That's what I did last time. So then it can just release in there. So I'll just do a couple just to demonstrate and then I'll finish after I turn it off. So you can poke. Poke. And then some people will tell you, always do your own research and cross-reference a lot, because there's a lot of false information out there too. I mean, who knows? Some people think everything could be a psyop, right? Really. Sometimes I wonder. So, there's that. But I know God's got my back. And you can see some of the juices. Some of the juices a little bit coming out. After you do this, you're going to want to set the timer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes it'll take to activate and let all the chemicals come out. So we'll start with 3 for now, and then I'll put a little, this is local raw honey. There's other brands you can order. But then again, local's best. You're not giving your money to big box companies who don't have you in their best interest. So I'm going to put a little bit more garlic in, and then you'll just drizzle a little bit on there. And I did just wash my hands before this. So see, we'll kind of do a little bit more. One more of these, and then up till about 1 inch. Then when you're done, you're going to pour the honey so there's 1 inch over the top of the garlic. Maybe I should have had this ready, because we're going on 21 minutes already. In the next video, I'll show the finish of that and then the books. So I think we'll stop there for now. Okay, see you later. Alligator.